Welcome back to another video. So we've arrived at Thruxton. Jim's already been here. He's unloaded the Cavalier. It's all ready to rock and roll. We've not only got the Super Tourers racing, we've also got the truck racing. So it's going to be super busy on track with loads of action, loads to see. It's Friday. We've just arrived. Racing starts on Saturday morning at around, I think, 9 o'clock. I think our first race is 11. We'll crack on tomorrow and see what the day brings. So it's late on, we're having a beer, we're walking the track. Jim's given us an advanced lesson on how to drive the track and what we should be looking for and what he's looking for tomorrow. Me and the wizard have no idea, we're just agreeing with him. We'd be in the bushes over there somewhere. But it's nice to learn, and we're having a walk and we're having a drink. We've walked the track, and all I can say is, it's classed as the fastest track in the UK. It's going to carry some speeds. And I even think we're going to have to change 5th and 6th in the car later in the day tomorrow, because I think we're going to run out of gearing. But we'll see what tomorrow brings. Let's get our head down and let's see what the racing brings tomorrow. Morning. It is 7:30, race day. We've just got up. Well, I say I've just got up. You will not be seeing the wizard no more, because I've killed him because he was snoring horrendously last night. So sun is shining, it's going to be red hot. Let's get the car prepped, let's get on the track, and let's see what the day brings. Jim's had to do his new helmet because his old helmet was just turned out of date. But the car's passed. We're on in about 2 hours. We're going to do some final checks and then get out for the first qualifying race. So as part of this weekend, we're also with the touring cars. It's also truck racing. Anyone who's not seen truck racing, it's epic. These things rub, they crash into each other. It's an awesome sight to see, so I'm looking forward to see these boys out on the track. Well, this is an interesting feature on this one that I just thought I'd show you. This is the preheating box. So it's got a header tank, a water pump, I would guess a heating element in here, 240 volt, and then it circulates warm water, dry fitting clamps to pre-warm the car. So obviously when you got to start the race, the car's already warm and it's ready to go. And another little engineering thing that I like is, look at the steering box converter, which comes out the steering wheel feed into like a T-piece converter and then straight down to the steering rack, which obviously means that they can run the engine quite low back and not have to worry about the shaft from the column, which obviously will come out this area and then down to the rack. While everyone's working, look at what the wizard's doing. That's like an OnlyFans video, this.
How many rounds?
3/4 of your match. Yeah. And I have a very good ear.
Practicing, everything looks good with the car, so let's see how we get on. We're a bit concerned about the new rear tyres, possibly scrubbing the arches, but we won't know till about 3 laps in, so let's see where we end up in this qualifying. So there's just been a red flag. So obviously they stopped the race. Everyone's back in line in the pits. I think we're going to be either calling it now for the end of the session, or they'll be back out. No, it looks like they're calling it by the looks of things. So fingers crossed, no one's really had any crash or anything like that. Looks like we've survived. Qualifying 1 over. Qualifying 1 done, ticked off. Looks like no failures, everything's going successful. Jim has said he is flat out in 6th gear around the big sweeping bend, so he's taking a lot of getting used to. But car's doing well, Jim's driving as he should. Let's get the car up on the air, let's get it a good once over, check how much fuel we've used, get prepping for this afternoon's race. Surreal moments, and again getting myself into, not only have I been able to help Jim with the touring car, literally stood in the middle of the pit setting all the racing trucks off. These are going to be awesome to watch. So if the truck's out for the first race, quite excited to see these things go. So obviously we've been watching the trucks go. Now to put these in perspective, which is very, very impressive, is when Jim was out for the practice lap, his best lap was a 1:32. And you got to think of, that's a classic British touring car being driven, you know, probably as best as it can be driven. The other Cavalier of Tony's did a 1:28, so 28:32, 2 British touring cars. The top truck, which weighs probably 5 ton, 1,000 horsepower, does a 1:38. So there's not much in that for the size, the power, the everything between the truck and the touring cars. That there, for driving a small village with 1,000 horsepower, is very, very impressive. Race number 1's underway, we've just got out, car looks good, but the Wizard's with us, he's had a snooze, he ain't sleeping in the van tonight, I'll tell you that much. He's off on the grid, I think we're in 5th, everyone's setting off out now, fingers crossed, good race, no mishaps. So that's race 1 completed. We haven't looked at the car yet. One lap we thought something was up, but he carried on. He's given us the thumbs up. So let's get the lowdown when we pull the car in, see if it's been a successful race. Right, so what's happened is, because Thruxton has a giant long sweeping right, what we're finding is, even though the fuel tank's foam filled, got baffles in, all the fuel is sloshing to one side, causing a slight fuel starvation. We're going to try and fix that now. We're going to look into it, and then what we're going to do is, between now and the next race, we're going to redesign the tank and put a brand new fuel tank in there. But we're here racing, we're going to try and temporary repair it, because obviously there's no more races today. We're going to hopefully get it fixed for tomorrow. So as part again of this weekend's racing, not only have we got the trucks as in the big Arctics, we've got these little pickup trucks. There is these ones which kind of looks like they're based on the front ends of the Vectras, which look like the Vectra Cs, and then there's some further down which look like the Ford Ranger pickups. They all run C20XC engines, they all look like they are sealed engines, they're all on Gen V throttle bodies, but again, they all run the C20XC, and it looks like they're on VXR blue injectors by the looks of things. So a little bit of information on the Honda Accord. Obviously the engine is based on the H22 engine, 8 injectors, throttle bodies, and from looking, the gearbox is a Hewland Stroke Pro Drive sequential box. If people want to see more of this, just ask and I'll get some more info. Now in the holding ground before the race. Car's ready to go. We're very happy. We're about to get Jim strapped in. Fingers crossed, be a good race to come. Race 2 underway. Fingers crossed, all goes great. Sign this one off. Been a wonderful weekend. A full team of JPDELTA lads. We've all done really well. Car's done well. Still in one piece. Still running. Jim's had a good drive. Few little mishaps, but nothing that we couldn't fix on the day. So keep watching. There'll be more of the content of the Cavalier coming soon with Brands Hatch and I think Donington coming up. Plenty more to see. Plenty more races to get involved in. So take care, guys.